Our most popular video, by like 2 views, I think, is when we played You Don't Know Jack. And unfortunately, we can't play more You Don't Know Jack as a competition because I already know most of the answers to a lot of the You Don't Know Jacks. If only there was
Here.
a game that was kind of like You Don't Know Jack that had different questions and answers in them. Uh, Thankfully, we have Salty Trivia with Candy Bar. It's a You Don't Know Jack fan game that has like the accessibility of full stream and like some of the questions from like the 1990s or 80s, I think. You Don't Know Jacks. See, how you feeling?
Trivia is my nemesis. I don't know how to feel about it, but I like.
Well, you know what? I think that we're both going to do great, but I'm going to do a little better, which is good for me.
Welcome to the very first episode of Salty Trivia with Candy Bar, where the questions are ridiculous but the answers are serious. I'm your host, Candy Bar, and I'll be meeting out the questions and sass for today. Now lift your trays to the upright position and prepare for takeoff. Or don't, I'm not your flight
Wanna play
attendant.
I think
You
it's
two
rare
seem like
when the
you're
game
here
has
to
more
finally
tech
decide
problems than we
who's
do.
better. Mano a mano.
Yeah.
Oh my god, they know that! They know us!
Just ate all the donuts, but I do have another tourist
I
shaped
can't.
thing for
I'm
you.
so
If you are
famous.
unsure of the answer, press the shoulder button to eliminate 2 choices. If there are other players who didn't use a lifesaver, you get to pick an option out of 2 after they pick an option out of 4. You get 1 lifesaver for a dozen questions, so use it strategically. Lifesavers don't work on special question types, so keep that in mind too. Let's get going.
So did you understand any of that?
Starting with
Yeah.
Hand in Handyman.
I've also played the
A
game before,
handyman
so.
finds a fossil in his
Oh.
backyard. Upon consulting an archaeologist, he finds out that it's also a handyman. What species of hominid did he dig up? A handy Homo habilis, a handy Homo erectus, a handy Homo neanderthalensis, or a handy Homo floresiensis? To set the record straight, are you perchance related to one? I mean, I think you're related more closely. No, that's the one nicknamed the Hobbit. That should help you make up your mind, courtesy of the lifesavers.
Alright.
Oh.
Homo, Neanderthal. I can't. Oh wait, I was picking the wrong. Added the wrong 2 ones.
I can't. I can't both keep a teen rating and make a joke about a handy Homo erectus.
Shit.
Andy,
Ye-
please.
No.
The
Homo
shocking truth
erectus is like something
Homo
else,
habilis
right?
is the first species of hominid
There.
known to
You
have
don't know
used
what any
stone
of this
tools,
means. Don't
thus
sass
earning the
me.
nickname the handyman.
Well, I knew Neanderthal was a guy, so I was like, it
They're all
probably means
Every
the
guys.
time
guy.
I was called a tool, I'd be broke because I'm
Homo
absolutely
erectus is a
amazing.
guy? I don't think it's a guy. I don't think it's
Oh
a guy.
my god. If only they asked that,
Let's see
you
how
would have
you
gotten
do,
it
man.
wrong as hell.
Beware the ides of screw it, beware the whole year. Suppose you're an ancient Roman citizen from Julius Caesar's time who traveled in time to the year 2020 Common Era, only to be trapped indoors because of the pandemic. How would you complain? I hate the year AUC 2173. I never should have traveled to AUC 2473. There aren't even any gladiators in AUC 2773. Or AUC 3003 is so boring.
This came out in time to have jokes about the pandemic.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch it, take it by the throat. If you hollow, let it go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Set the record straight. At least you took a stab at it. You're still 36 short of a full 37, though. The years were numbered since 753 BCE, the supposed founding of Rome. So add 753 to 2020.
Okay, well,
get AUC
I didn't know the math to
3773.
do this. That's not fair.
And
I
by the
know
way,
when in
there
doubt,
indeed
middle
are
out.
gladiator shows in AUC
And
2773.
when there's
It's
2
called
middle
college
options round
football.
up,
And
so.
the only catch is that the impoverished fighters only die of brain damage decades down the line. Next on the chopping block, gazing into the Skyrim, and it's a grandiose sorta kinda. I'm gonna give you 7 titles. For each of them, I need you to tell me if it's the title of a famous photograph taken from space, or the title of a book you can obtain in the Skyrim series. If it's a space photo, press left. If it's Skyrim book, press right. Oh, and you won't have enough time to use a lifesaver here. Let's go. Hanging Gardens.
Oh shit. My phone turned off.
Actually, you can pause the game.
Well, no, I got it back on.
Darkness.
Like way in time. Okay. They got. I'm not
The
reading the
Blue
tooltips.
Marble. Mountain.
The entirety of Earth was called Mystic Mountain? Oh, it was through the...
If you
okay.
don't-
Means of creation.
Okay, well,
Breathing water.
I would have been mad if that one was the Skyrim book.
Magic from the sky.
Okay, yeah, that one
This is
actually.
terrible.
Okay, I should have assumed that one actually.
Just a bit of a blemish was dragging you back.
I think I lost
Best thing
money
about
off of
Skyrim
this.
is that you can turn it into
You
literally
did.
anything with enough mods. In fact, this game is actually an extremely modified version of Skyrim. Enjoy. Let's move on to trivia? Salty. Viral marketing does work, doesn't it? I still have that slogan stuck in my head ever since YouTube comments made it into a meme. Well, finish the middle of this meme. Posture, bad. Blank, blank. Diagnosis, lumbago. Back aching. Ankles swelling. Wrists inflamed. Or neck crooked.
I have a guess.
This is gonna be good.
This is the
Lumbago
only
is
one
below
that
the
made.
lumbar region or lower back.
That was the
Oh,
only
yeah,
one that made
chronic
sense
pain is
for
so relatable
posture.
and memeable,
True.
especially the existential kind.
Like, you can't tell me ankle, wrist, and then neck and
Prepare
say
your mind
posture,
for
and I'm like,
your host,
okay.
Virago. Yep, this is another
Verfago?
question. How can I lose my
Sorry.
virginity? Be less vivacious, be less expensive, be less petulant, or be less witty?
I have to figure out the definition of this word, and I can't use Google. How dare I?
I'll just
This
guess.
is gonna be good. What, you can't afford to wine and dine me out on every date? Olive Garden doesn't count, by the way.
Yeah, how
A
dare you?
virago is a loud, bad-tempered woman who is easily angered by the slightest provocation, and virginity is the quality of being a virago. So the best fit out of these four would be petulant, which is similar to irritable or snappy.
So this is
Mhm.
about
If
Verfago.
you knew the people I know,
Yeah.
you'd be a virago too.
Honestly,
I'm the shit nobody can tame, bitches.
I just picked the word because it looked pretty.
Oh, jeez.
See,
Can you handle this?
I
My
touched
very
into my
own
feminine
question
side.
type.
Oh no.
So, to justify me hosting this show, the writers had to come up with a special question type related to me. And they came up with the idea of reading Laffy Taffy jokes. Yeah, I'm not happy about having to relive my brief high school stint of proofreading those either. Here we go. What kind of bear has no teeth? A gummy bear. Wow, okay, so... Suppose your gummy bear is swollen or bleeding. Which of these diagnoses makes the least sense? Diabetes, eczema, scurvy, or pregnancy?
I don't know anything about... Why are there so many medical questions in episode
Here's the
1?
tea. Please do not breed.
Ow.
Eczema is a skin disease and does not cause inflamed
Let's
bleeding
go!
gums.
This is bullshit.
So
And
I was
depending
like,
on your degree of
preg-
prior
you-
exposure,
right?
that
You
I'm a
know
gummy
that
bear song
pregnancy
may also
involves
cause
bleeding,
ears.
right? You know
From
what
your
they do in
gums?
No, they just involve bleeding through the, the
We'll be
thingy.
right back after these messages.
I can't
Not from
believe
my
you got a
sponsor,
question
but
about the
these
human
thirsty
body
guys
right
trying to
over
slide
me.
into my DMs. I gotta go block
Yeah,
those real
because
quick.
apparently
See
you
ya.
don't know women. You know Jack.
Of
You
course
just don't know
not,
women.
ew.
I guess that makes sense
Have you
why you
ever
posted
had an
that
extended
video.
conversation with a woman
Trivia,
before?
remember me? I remember the first time
Yeah,
I
I
read
do.
like
I
it was
talked to
only
my best
yesterday.
friend, who's a
Nightmare.
Moving on
woman.
to round two.
Also, hi,
Great
best
values
friend
are
from
doubled
university.
now,
You
because
know who you are.
of course. Let's get going. Don't forget, you still have lifesavers. Use them to your advantage.
No, I
Use one
don't.
if you want to rule out a couple options from a hard question. But if you hold on to it for 6 more questions, we'll take it away for good. You gotta press the L or R button to deploy it. There's no shame in a bit of external help, little guy. Let's see how you doing. Are the boomers okay? If
No.
you want to give a sarcastic, dismissive remark to someone saying, "Back in my day, QWERTY was brand new and only existed on typewriters, not these fancy schmancy touchscreen devices, what would be the most accurate? OK Missionaryer, OK Loster, OK GIer, or OK Silenter? Allow me to explain. I hope you find yourself soon.
Ugh.
You had the right to remain silent. That should help you make up your mind, courtesy of the Lifesavers.
What? I thought it was the silent generation. I thought that was the joke they were trying to make. What?
If you thought it was one of the answers, why'd you use your lifesaver?
Well,
That's not
because
a
I
really
wanted to be safe.
seamlessly segue into a G.I. Joe mama joke. Too late. Here's what you
Damn.
didn't know. The missionary generation was born after the Civil War, between 1860 and 1882. The QWERTY keyboard first
So-
entered the market in 1874, with the release of the Remington No. 1 typewriter. That means
I'm
QWERTY
so
is
mad because I knew what they were
150th
going
birthday is in
for. I just didn't know
2024.
what they were wanting
Still,
from
next
me.
to no other
I forgot
video game
how
has managed to
angry
figure
I
out a
get
better way to
playing
type
trivia
stuff on
games where I
controller.
don't already know all the
Innovation at its
answers.
finest.
It makes it a lot harder to play.
I'm sure
On
you'll
the
do
left-hand
fine. Don't
side,
worry.
You can see top 3 things to do to the designated driver. I'm gonna give you a silly phrase whose syllables rhyme with another more popular phrase. Buzz in and type the answer as soon as you know what it is. Though as a disclaimer, even though the answer rhymes in my accent, the answer might not perfectly rhyme or rhyme at all in yours. Don't at me. If you're stumped, I'll drip feed you up to 3 clues every quarter of the way. But every half a second, the value of the question will go down, so you should buzz in as soon as you know it. Put your rhyming cap on and tell me, with what saying does this rhyme? Fruity Fizz, spin the guy, shove the key holder.
What?
What the? Okay, come on. This doesn't make any baloney sense.
Well, you're also just bad at
Aesthetic
gibberish
tastes are
questions.
subjective.
Oh, I got it.
Show me what you got.
What the?
Beauty
How?
is in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah,
Who's now
I knew
going
the
towards
gibberish
you and
question was
attacking
where I
you?
was gonna
Roll
get
for
catch back
initiative.
up. Everyone I know
I
is not good at them.
Okay, well,
Please
I
repeat, like, do
gibberish is not my
like
second language.
me. Daisy says that the keys
Oh.
to imitating a Valley Girl accent are the rising
Oh.
intonation, the vocal fry at the
Yeah.
end of the sentence, and the word like. Like, it's used like frickin' or bloody or whatever, depending on where you're from. So, like, what should I stand as uses like as a preposition? Take it away, Daisy.
Ah,
My
shit.
roommate was fuming, like a kettle or something. And then he said, I don't like how you're looking at me. So I was like, what are you even talking about?
Or,
And he got like so mad and stormed down the living room. Like, what?
alright, shush, this is important.
I'm like so disappointed.
A preposition is something that relates a noun to another word, like a kettle
Yes.
to the way my roommate was fuming.
That was the
Here's
only thing
another
that
example of this
to
way
me.
of using the word like. Daisy, why do you always talk like a Valley Girl?
Prepositions aren't real. It's only nouns, adjectives, and verbs. The rest is mental
You wouldn't
illness.
get it.
You know, I add that to my writing portfolio, guys. I totally know how to
Deal with
write.
this question,
Please.
The world is a
Leave
stage
me.
where play is badly managed. So the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse appear in the 1990 novel Good Omens by Terry Pratchett and Neil Gaiman, but they ride motorbikes now, and one of them retired a long time ago. Which of these current events could most likely push the retired horseman back into duty? Widespread food shortages in China, Russia's invasion of Ukraine, the death of Queen Elizabeth II, or the COVID-19 outbreak?
I don't read Neil Gaiman. I'm an adult. You grow up and you stop reading Neil Gaiman.
Shush, this is important. That is some serious stuff, but it's not the first time a bunch of people died because of mismanagement by a self-proclaimed communist leadership. Stalin.
Oh, we're getting
Really?
spicy, are we?
This? In the book, pestilence retired after penicillin was invented, and passed the torch onto a new horseman named Pollution.
Okay, well,
Man,
sorry
that
we didn't
Pollution
read the
fella must be
outdated
having a
book.
real great career with all the climate
Yeah, I
crisis
hate
going
old
on.
literature. Readings for
Well,
losers.
not-
Here for my future.
Okay, not all literature. Some literature is good. Honestly, okay, one book recommendation is They Both Die at
No
the End.
time, it's the
Go
next
read that
question.
one.
Last and good one
Okay.
in your trivia game trivia. We all know that Burger King foot lettuce scandal, right? That time in 2012,
Yeah?
when a 4chaner uploaded a picture of himself standing on 2 bins of lettuce. 4chan found out it was in Mayfield Heights, Ohio, and then some shitty YouTube channel made a shitty top 15 video with a weird voiceover. Keep that image in mind as I ask you this. Since they're not in the feed, which of these bones on that guy's body would have been the farthest from the tub of Burger King foot lettuce?
It's another medical
His
question. Help
tali,
me.
his patellas, his calcanei, or his phalanges? This is the part where I correct you. Yes, phalanges are fingers. Phalanges are also toes, though, so you've been stomped out.
That's okay.
No, the talus is the ankle bone. Fun
Ugh.
fact, the game of jacks originally used sheep tali. Just saying, since you sound like you don't know jacks. In case you're
It's
wondering,
not funny.
the cuboid, the calcaneus, and the phalanges are all bones in a foot. The patella is a kneecap.
Wait, I think I knew that.
And also, patellas are what I'm gonna break if I keep seeing Burger King foot lettuce memes.
No,
Who is
that's
showing
honestly
you Burger King foot
understandable.
lettuce
Burger
memes?
King foot lettuce is so outdated now.
Entering
What?
Yeah, I
the
was about to
scene,
say, they're
I
kind
think
of gone.
QT for Ween. Wow, these rhymes packed like sardines are on fire like kerosene. Well, ready to make some green? If you were weening with the members of the band Ween, which of the following would you have been? Changing car oil with Dean and Jean, making clarified butter with Dean and Jean, abstaining from breast milk with Dean and Jean, or jacking off Dean and Jean?
Oh, wait,
See,
I
you
know
got
this.
it. Weaning
Damn
is
it.
where a baby
I
is
was
told to
hoping you would
stop
pick an answer
drinking
before
breast milk
thinking
and
about
start
it.
eating more solid
I was
foods,
like,
like paste made of crushed soybean.
I knew what the word
That's
weaning
one way to
meant.
get
So I
used
was
to
like, I
lavages.
just had to remember.
After that, hit me
Weaning.
at the Sega Genesis house
Weaning.
so you,
Oh,
Dean, and
weaning
Jean
off
can play
something.
Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. I can't stop rhyming.
Yeah, that's a game we
Hopefully
should
it'll get
play.
better before
Should play Mean
Halloween.
Bean Machine one of these
Oh, and
days.
the name of the queen. Oh well, off to question 13.
They thought they were so clever with that one, chicken. I'm a sucker for a good
Welcome
rhyme.
to Like It or Leave It. For each of the 5 sections, like the options that match the description, but leave everything else. The first 3 items stay the same, but the 4th item changes every section. The topic is bomb these blondie zombies with a big bang. And the options are blonde hair, a hit K-pop track, and a zombie movie. Let's see who has the best taste.
I can see where this is
Could be
going.
Platinum. Platinum records are a thing in South Korea too. Most are made in Europe. South America has the most Catholics. Opened on the
That is
iTunes app.
true. I didn't know that. Okay, so it could just be any amount. Oh,
Audiobooks are on iBooks, related to Cockneys versus Zombies.
What?
what?
Wow, we got a 76 on Rotten Tomatoes? Something Arnold Schwarzenegger has.
I don't remember what Arsenic.
Arnold C is a language made entirely of his one-liners. Alright, that was entertaining. Let's see
That
how
was
that
it?
affected
I
your
lost
final
as hell.
standings.
Yeah, that was horrible. That was it? That was the end of the game?
Wait, I win! I did it! I win! I thought I lost,
What?
but I win!
I thought I won.
Oh, them's the breaks, buddy. Yeah, get out.
Okay.
Woo! Yeah, if you want to play Salty Trivia with Candy Bar, you can download it for free on their itch.io page.
I recommend it. It's actually pretty fun, despite me losing.
I recommend it. It's pretty fun because I won.
Of course you would say that.
Well, winning is fun. More games should just have
I
you
think-
win.
I think you're too obsessed with being number one.
I mean, approximately half of the episodes I spend losing. I wouldn't have started a channel like this if I wasn't comfortable with the idea of losing at least sometimes.
That's fair. But did you think you had fun?
I did have fun.
And should we say that we're finally on the run now?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end the recording.